But here's the story I was going to tell. It's a very short story. There's another. This is unrelated completely. Morgan had DM'd a Halloween campaign, and I had played a shifter barbarian. Now, as we were going through this house, a lot of haunted things kept popping up, and one of them was we were walking into a bathroom. And by the way, it's important to this story, I'm a 20-something year old shifter barbarian. Now, we had ended up going into the bathroom, and there was a ghost. Now at this point, we were very we were starting to get a bit depleted on our abilities. And when we had gone in, we were like, okay, let's try our best to not fight this and try and resolve this through RP. What ended up happening is we failed our persuasion. And Morgan rolled the unfortunate effect where everyone present in the room was aged 30 years. Now, to a normal human, that's bad. But that's not life-threatening. It's just maybe you're 20 to 30 or whatever. Unless you're 50 years old, nothing bad's gonna happen. But as a shifter, shifters only live to the age of 60. I was a 20-year-old shifter. Meaning, I'm now in my 50s. Meaning, I'm fucking old! I'm old! So for the rest of the adventure, I ended up having to do a really raspy old man voice because I was like, you young whippersnappers. It really hurt my throat. But yeah, I went to a retirement home after that adventure. So that was fun. Everyone else was just like, oh man, I got wrinkles and stuff. I'm like, I need a cane to walk. So yeah, I did yell at clouds. I did every old man stereotype I could think of during that time. So that was fun. At least I didn't die, because at least I didn't hit 60, but after that adventure, I'm sure my character was like, I either need a cleric or a retirement home. One or the other. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun. It didn't affect my actual character abilities. It was just I got a lot of gray hairs. Takedown? I don't want takedown, that's lame. I like return. Oh, come on, Mithril. Anything else I can think of? Let me use my big brain. Any other stories? You know what? I got a small story. It's a bit of a story poking fun at one of our players, and also at the circumstances that I had led myself to. So, this story, it's very short, but we had a player, or two, actually two players. They were connected because they were playing two gnomes and they were married. And they had a lot of kids. They had 20 children. No joke. And our friend had made a name for every single child. Most of these names are just different forms of spaghetti. There was penne and linguine and rigatoni and lasagna and whatever. There's various forms of pasta. And we'd already gone through this at one point. Yes, the gnome kids are something else. Now, I had ended up bringing in a new character of mine. Another character, because I was retiring the old one. And this character has a imp. That no one else can see the imp. This imp feeds various stories and bad information and whatever. It talks and sends whispers into my ears, basically. So our DM would send me DMs over Discord saying what the imp's saying, but I have to respond verbally Like, the imp just gets sent it through a text. I say out loud to answer. So, our gnome player comes up while I'm introducing my character and says, "Oh, hi, my name's Jelly," the name of the character. And I'm like, this, and oh yeah, I have a lot of children. Do you want to know who they are? And I'm like, oh, no, it's okay. You have a lot of kids. I'm fine. It's just nice to know you. Hi, I'm Ava. And then our DM Parker sends me a DM saying, I'm sure they have. It was something along the lines of, I bet they have stupid names. That's what the imp told me. And I verbally respond, while my friend is talking, I'm sure they have nice names. Now, they were saying something more about the kids, while I said, I'm sure they had nice names. And our other player takes this as me saying, I do want to hear what the kids are named. And proceeds to list off all 20 of the kids' names for the next minute, while I'm sitting there like, what have I done to myself? I somehow accidentally walked into asking this player for all their fucking kids' names. I'm just like, I did this to myself. I did this. I walked into this. And I had to just sit there. I'm sure my DM was cackling in the background as he muted his mic. But that's the story of my introduction of my new character, Ava. So that was funny for us in the moment. It's a very small story, because, like, it's all stuff like that I have to explain so much of that makes up the stories of 5e, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. Oh, Stubborn has a new item. But yeah, that's fun. There's been lots of escapades. I've already talked about the gold mine raid. That was the same group, but I was DMing that one. Oh my god, you know what? There's another story. I don't think I told this one. In the same thing of the gold raid. Alright. I'm about to spin you another a tale. It's about the same player, actually. This is centered around the same player. But I'll lead up to it. So, in my campaign taking place, same one as the gold raid, they, as I explained before, had been sent to the town to investigate the kidnapping of a princess. Now, during this time, one of the players ended up coming back and... Oh, God. Ended up coming back, and there's a gimmick I had for this town for gameplay, in that it was very corrupt, in the sense that I would flip a coin, and then... God, I can tell actually the whole town story. I would flip a coin, and then they would... If the coin landed on heads, I think, I would decide, okay, they're gonna get robbed. Like, a little bit, a small chunk of their change. I would roll a dice to determine how much of their change. But the way it's set up is that a thief would come. They would roll a perception check, because I didn't want to just blindside them with this. They would roll a perception check. If they succeeded, they would see the mugger coming towards them, and it would be fairly obvious. And if they failed, they just wouldn't. Now, what would then happen is the mugger would steal from them, nothing happened, or if the players did anything to stop it. Anything at all. I was so lenient with this because I knew it would suck to have your money constantly stolen from you. I didn't want them to actually lose money unless they just kept failing rolls. If they did anything at all to alert the mugger that they knew or that they were going to stop them, the mugger would just back off. Now, a funny side note is that one of our players somehow managed to roll... I rolled 3 times in a row to decide who was getting robbed, and 3 times in a row it was one specific player. And he was pissed off at the third one, and it was hilarious. I think he only actually... Like, he never lost any money during that, but it was funny. But the main story is that another player at one point, breaking the streak, had their money stolen at some point. Now, here's the way it was set up. I'm going to describe it to you, how I DM'd it. So, you roll perception. They succeed. You see someone, a shady person that you assume to be a mugger, is walking towards you. What do you do? And they say, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for them. It's like, I think, okay, they're trying to do something sneaky. Like maybe they're gonna steal from the mugger too, or something, because they're a rogue. They do sneaky things. I'm like, okay. So the mugger is walking towards you. He's getting close. Like he's very close. What do you want to do? And they say, I'm gonna keep waiting. I'm like, okay. Now, our rogue at this point, playing a female genasi, still, same character, had said beforehand that they were keeping their wallet in their bra. Now, I personally don't think that this is the safest because, let me remind you, in this time, these are bags of gold. This isn't like dollar bills where you can just slide them in like your shoe or something. These are bags of gold. And they put them in the bra. Now, I give them the benefit of the doubt that at least it's distributed, so it kind of looks hard to spot, but these are professional muggers in this town. So they would know the first place a person would store their money as a female is their bra. Especially when you can see bags of jingling coins in their bra, but I let them do it. So the mugger sees that, and I'm like, okay, so they're still doing nothing, the rogue. This mugger is like just a few feet away from the rogue, like fronting on them at this point. And like at this point, they've said, no, I'm not gonna do anything 2 times in a row. So I'm like, okay, the mugger steals from you, robs you. They start walking away. Now this is the third part, because I always, if they get stolen from, give them a chance to chase or to like call the guards or use some magic, whatever. Because again, it sucks to get stolen from. And I asked the rogue, what do you do? He's starting to leave with your money. And the player just laughs and is like, ha, they got me. I'll let them get away. And I'm just like, so the story is, our rogue saw someone walk up to them, basically grope them, steal money from them, and then walk away and just let them do it. Am I crazy? Did I do something wrong while DMing? Did I make a wrong move? Like, am I stupid? Should the mugger not have done that? Or like, because I know the rest of my group that was there was like, no, that was stupid. Why'd you do that, rogue? Why'd you just let them do that? But I'm just like, what? You just let them get away. They had 3 chances to stop the mugger. And they just let them get away. These aren't weak characters, by the way. They're at like level 8 in D&D. These people can like cast Fireball and like one-shot someone with sneak attack. Just let the mugger get away. This isn't a professional mugger. This isn't like a high-tier mugger. I mean, this isn't like a master assassin or spy. This is just like a regular guy who you find on the street that like has a rusty pocket knife. And our rogue just sort of just let them do it. Yeah, that was... Yep, that's one of the stories. But then this goes on. Unrelated to this encounter, because there's plenty of small dotted stories in my DMing campaign that's hilarious. And I'm gonna give you another one. So... Our rogue, again, there's so many stories about Lee being in the rogue. Our rogue, at one point, they go to the store that had been the scene of the crime, because like I said, our group was hired to save a princess that had been kidnapped from the kingdom. And they go to this place, and most of them go in the front door, like you would when investigating a crime scene of the people that are hired by you. They decide alone that they're going to split off, go around the back entrance, and sneak in to the office. Now, during this, mentally I'm thinking, why the fuck? But also, they're a level 8 rogue, so they can do it. I can't stop them. They can roll like a fucking 30 on sneaking and lockpicking, so I can't stop them. And they do. So they pick the lock, and the main group is talking to basically this terrified man who had been had seen the coin stolen from him by a royal figure, so he's in deep shit. And they're talking about it, and he's like concerned. His business has basically been frozen for now while they can solve this crime. And the rogue in the office just says, okay, is there a safe? And I'm like, yes. I mean, there is. It's a jewelry store. And they attempt to pick the lock on the safe. Fortunately, I think they rolled like a 1 or a 2 and fail. So they can't pick the lock. Now, they decide, okay, I'm just gonna take the safe. And I'm just like, you're taking this poor man's life savings. But anyways, they take the safe. And they proceed to do their investigation with the rest of the group at this point, with this fucking jewelry store safe in hand. And they do their whole thing, and the rest of the store is not relevant. Now, later on, the rogue just tells me, okay, I want to try and find some shady criminals that might look like they have some skill. And I'm like, okay, you know what? That makes sense. This is kind of like a scummy city. So you can find some thieves and some lesser moral people just in alleys and around corners. So they roll perception and they find some people. Hello, Daniel. I'm telling some D&D stories while I'm passing the time just going down these routes that are just filled with trainers. But so they end up finding a couple of criminals, some just shady people. And I'm like, okay, they see you and you walk up to them. What do you say? It's like, what they say basically amounts to this. Hello, fellow criminals. Can you open this safe? And I'm just sitting there like, did I hear that? And then proceeds to say, I have a safe that I can't open. Can you open it and I'll split the gold with you? And I'm like, sure. I have them roll lockpicking. The safes, they can't pick the safe either. Okay. They're just like, nope, can't do it. This safe, whatever you got, this safe is locked up tight. So then they proceed to say, that's too bad. And they go up a roof and try again. And they pick the lock this time. They get the safe and all the gold. And they head back down. And they want to talk to the criminals again. By the way, these criminals just saw a fire genasi with a safe come up to them, ask them to pick a lock. They fail. And then the genasi just starts acrobaticsing themselves up a building. And then I'm just like, these people are like, what the fuck is happening? But she comes back down. And then asks, okay, criminals, where can I find the criminal den? Or the thieves' den? And I'm like, what? Like, I know there's a thieves' guild, but they're just like out in the open, daylight, middle of the street. They're just like, hello, criminals, I want to know where our criminal hideout is. And these people, I'm just thinking in the mind of these thieves, there's like, who the fuck is this dumbass? So, our rogue rolls a nat 1 on persuasion. I'm just like, they just laugh at you and think you're stupid, basically. And just, like, say, like, it's okay, no, you're not good enough. Because, like, whatever. I'm just dumbfounded at this point. So that's the end of the story, by the way. It just, like, ends there with them being like, ha, okay, I'll head back to the group. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? What did I just witness? What just happened? So yeah. That's the story. That's our roguiest rogue that ever rogued. Professional thief, by the way. Lee is a player of the rogue class. There's a lot of other stories. Like, just from that town, there's so many small ones that are just hilarious. God, I can't think of anything else specific. Like, there's a lot of even smaller ones than those. Like, I once had to... I'm interested in if you want to, but if you can tell, you can tell the stories. There's not much time left in the stream, to be honest, because we're almost done with this route. Like, we've made some good progress. I could probably actually finish up this this whole backtracking thing. About OSHA complaint, goblin, and construction torment? Sure. Oh god, I'm pretty much out of bag space. Oh, let me use a repel. Let me think. Anything else? There's plenty of smaller tails. Yeah, now I'm trying to think of the best smaller tale to tell. Because man, the rogue basically getting groped and was just, it was a time. It was a tale. I've already told the T-Rex story. You know, here's a small thing. When I was preparing this campaign for my friends, I attempted to try and make a marketplace. It was a marketplace where you could basically find anything at all that you want. It was a free market from anywhere around the world. And I had thought of everything. I thought of prices for a bunch of different things and BS prices for small random assortment of things. But they somehow managed to ask, is there a Fae store? I'm like, probably. Roll up investigation to find it. Nat 20. I guess there's a Fae store. So I had to ask our actual DM, like, can you give me some shit that might be in a Fae pet store? So that was stupid, just me being like, I didn't expect them to try and ask for Fae pets. So my very first bard character is named Hugh Rebar. He works for whatever the world's OSHA equivalent. Do fantasy worlds have OSHA? I guess if the empire's big enough. I guess if the empire's big enough. Dominique. Oh shit, I forgot to do something and I'll head back. Hold up. Because I gotta go back to Dewford Cave. I forgot that there is a thing you can use the mock bike to get, a rare candy. So I'm gonna go do that. You know, all these stories remind me, after some shenanigans, he, along with the rest of the group, wind up in an underground goblin town. First building they find is essentially a strip club for said goblins. Oh boy, strip clubs are a way to set a story. I was about to say something. Oh yeah, all these stories remind me that I really wish we recorded the first few sessions, the first, like, I think it's 7 to 8 sessions of, Poke Roll, because there was a lot of funny and good stuff that happened in those sessions. Like, God, what was the... I did a recap, but one of the things... I was telling this story because I don't think a lot of people saw the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Soul Link, which if you didn't, I'd recommend you would, because honestly, it was really fun, even if we lost. I'm sorry, but we didn't make it. We're not that great. But, there's a lot of small tales. One where I had to have a, like, down to 1 health fucking battle to the death against a Hitmonlee with Carver, which was like the closest thing of my life, and it was like heart racing, which only then followed up by Sophie basically sending out Forest and using hail to slowly kill me and demoralize me immensely. Hugh immediately gets to work assessing the building. It was so poorly constructed, I wound up filling 2 whole sheets with the violations on the outside. Okay, I see that this is where you're going. Trying to prevent violations to a goblin strip club. What the fuck? What is your characters? They're so much more different than ours. Oh, I need to get... That's right. If I'm gonna do the thing I'm doing here, I need someone with flash. Right, which I can get. I can just pull a Voltorb out. Oh, you have an X attack. Where does Carvana go, by the way? Where does Carvana go? Oh, there he is. Right before Whalmer. What? Should be. Oh, it's right there. I was blind. It's right here. Big blue boy. Yeah. And then I need a Voltorb. You'll do. Gotta slap flash on this bad boy. So the group eventually... Wait. Oh, Rhonda can learn it, but I'm not going to teach it to Rhonda. Sonic Boom sucks. So the group eventually breaches the building and starts killing everyone on sight? The boss of the place was incredibly strong, so one of the other players cast command on him to sit. Why'd you try and kill everyone? What? Is this like a goblin town where there's like slaves? Or they raided and need to be killed or something? I don't know. Why'd you just like fucking murder them all? Specifically the strip club, I mean. Like, if you were doing this the whole time, I'd get it, but why the strip club? What made the strip club massacre worthy? Forgot / didn't care. Okay. That was just out of nowhere. Alright. Up here... Oh, wait. Nope, don't go down. Oh, no, do go down. When the rest of the group rips and tears through the employees, Hugh pulls up a seat and starts going over the violations. Jesus Christ. Okay, watch this. Professional gamer move. Going in. Okay, the professional gamer move did not work. And this time. Alright. Alright, game. I see how it is. Attempt number 3. Got him. What's down here? That's a colorful rock. Okay, okay. Ah! Okay, I need to go like down and right. I don't know why I still do. Well, doesn't really matter. Ah, there we go. Rare, there it is, the rare candy. Worth. What's this? Everstone, another. The goblin boss is surprisingly convinced by my claims HR sent me, and by the time the rest of the group is done with the massacre, I finally get the question, who authorized this building's construction? Well. You have some wild characters, man. Maybe we make some weird characters. I think you make some weirder ones. Very out there. I don't know, we have some very, like, serious characters. Even our silly ones are kind of serious. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, it's like been 2.5 hours. There's a lot there's still a good amount to do. I might want to save it till next time. Well, that was Maxim, my manager. We fired him a month ago. Point me in his direction, and now remove him from the premises. Well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, let me... No. Voltube. So next time when I'm playing this... Because I was thinking I could finish it off this stream, but then I realized there's one area that's going to take a while. Oh, stop pressing Y. There's one area that's going to take a while. It's, and I have like, okay. There's a lot of patches of water I have to get north of where I am right now. So it's going to be a little bit still. Maybe like an hour of exploring, and then next stream I'll actually take... I gotta sell. And as I get up to leave, he has the realization, wait, we don't have an HR department. Instantly, the rest of the group all attacks him at once. How does he forget? Insta-kill. Well, I mean, that makes sense at that point. Big pearl. Ooh, will I get? Stardust. No, I won't. Here, I'm gonna use a feature that is rarely used in this game, and that's the item box because my bag is full. To do that, you go into Fishy's PC. I actually... No. Deposit. Let's put the Everstones away. The Soothe Bell. I'll keep the Quick Claw, just in case. Macho Brace. Silk Scarf. Smoke Balls. That should be good. Hugh went through the rest of the town condemning buildings and posting bills on the door while the groups just went ham with the senseless murder. Are you in a group of murder hobos? Got a lot of murder going on. Alright, anyways, there's a lot to do. There's a whole route to the left, right above Rustboro that I gotta cover. There's a lot of patches of water I can do that goes north of where we are right now. And there is an extra thing on the volcano that I can do. I'm gonna do all that next time. We've circled all back pretty much completely to where we started. And I don't think all this is gonna take too long. Also, I'm at 49 or 59. When did I catch extra? Whatever.